100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, $1,000. I've got $5,000 in my hand. $5,000, okay? 5,000 bucks. A gentleman in Illinois is going to receive this money today in his checking account because when I get done doing this video, I'm going to the bank to deposit the money into his account. How and why am I giving this guy $5,000? First, let me tell you, his first name is Bruce, and Bruce has been a resident in the prison system in Illinois. When he was in prison, he read a book called Mentor, the Kid and the CEO. This is the book that I wrote. Now, in the beginning of this book, on the very first page, it talks about an essay contest. And we have an essay contest 3 times a year. This is the 3rd time that we're going to give away $5,000. Now, when Bruce read the book, he was a prisoner. He was an inmate in the Illinois prison system. There are a lot of people in prison that need the knowledge to be able to be successful when they get out. This book talks about the importance of reading, the importance of exercise, and the importance of dreaming, and how to create a dream list. On page 41, it talks about how to create a dream list. I wrote this book and it came out in 2006. We've exceeded 400,000 copies of this book. Now, a lot of the books have been sold in bookstores and on Amazon, but a lot of the books have been donated by our family to people in jails and prisons throughout the United States. What kind of difference can I make in this world? It's not just about me. It's about how can I make the world a better place. We all have had setbacks in our life. We've all had difficulties. We've all had things that wanted to crush us and we wanted to give up. I've been suicidal several times in my life. As some of you know, I'm 64 years old. And one thought can send me down a downward spiral, or one thought can elevate me to the next level. I wrote on my dream list back in 2000 that I wanted to write a book. And I wanted to write a book that would make a difference in the world. And because of this book, we have received thousands of letters from people that have read this book, that have put into action. See, that's the key to success, is action. We think it, but we've got to take action. And we've received thousands of letters from people that have read this book. And some of them, when they send me the letter, it's about things that they're already doing. They've started reading other books. There is a book list in the back of this book that is an incredible. If you read the first 15 books in that list, you'll have an incredible amount of knowledge. Knowledge that the majority of people around do not have. And that can help us to achieve our worthwhile goals. You know, I'm excited about the opportunity to give this man $5,000. And I'm excited about all the people that read the book, maybe not because they wanted to gain knowledge, but because they were incentivized. They thought, oh, I can possibly win $5,000. And then as they were reading the book, they started thinking, hey, this is good stuff. This is stuff that I should be doing in my life. These are the kind of things that if I did, I would feel better about myself. Now, this book doesn't have all the answers, and I know that. But this book is a start. I wrote this book so simple that even a CEO can read this book and understand it. When I first started reading, I read at a 4th grade level and I was 26 years old. Knowledge is very, very important. But even more important than knowledge is action. We got to take action. You know, I'm excited about the fact that he's going to get $5,000 today. Bruce was in prison when he submitted the essay. And Bruce went up in front of the parole board. And they asked questions about somebody that's wanting to get out of prison. And if your answers to their questions are in line with their goals, the parole board, then you get out of prison. But if your answers are not in line with theirs, if yours are conflicting, they don't have much desire to let you out and go back into society. I don't know if Bruce actually went in front of a parole board, if it was just a formality this time for him to get out. But I can tell you that the things that I do, the actions I do, the experiences I do, they change my life. I, as the CEO of the company, I make decisions all the time that affect people in a positive or negative way. Hopefully the negative way, it's only short term, and that we can learn from that. Years ago, I went to the bank to borrow some money. I wanted to borrow money for the business. I really like living debt-free, and I'm debt-free today, and I don't want to go into debt again. But at the time, I went to and I had this plan. I had this reason that the bank should loan me money because, number one, I'd pay it back, but number two, it would really help me. Well, what I found out is the bank really doesn't care whether they help me or not. What they do care about is if they loan me money, will I have the capacity to pay it back? And they told me that day when I went to the bank to borrow money for the business, they said no. And I asked them a question. I said, what is it I need to do in order to be one of your best customers so that you would loan me money for the business? And the banker shared with me some things that I needed to do that I had not done in the past. I needed to have capital reserve in their bank. I needed to show that I was a good manager of money, the cash in, the cash out, that I was running a successful business, and I had a period of time of doing that. And there were a few other things that they said I needed to do. And so I started working on those areas, and I was approved for a loan at about 2 years after I was first turned down for a loan. That loan allowed us to grow the company, and that loan allowed us to build a building, and there were a lot of positive benefits. They also made 7% on the loan. So that meant if I borrowed $1 million, every year I would pay the bank $70,000. $70,000. So a lot of entrepreneurs think, well, I got to go out and get a loan. Well, you can do that, or you can grow at a slower rate and have successes along the way. Now, the first 4 years of operating Pacebutler Corporation, I did not make a salary. I did not get paid. I borrowed money from friends and family. I rented out a room in my house. That was in 1987. Today is 2021, the year 2021, and we are financially successful as a company. I've made a ton of mistakes, but every time, almost every time, I've made a mistake, I've tried to analyze what did I do wrong and what do I need to do right next time. Focusing on what I want to happen, what kind of success I want to happen. Now I know there are a lot of YouTubers out there that are influencers that are telling you how to make money in the stock market, how to make money writing a book, how to make money on the internet, all this stuff, okay? I'm a small business owner. At one time we had about 90 employees. We're down to not more than 49 employees right now. I'm a small business owner. The name of our company is Pacebutler Corporation. This is the second year in a row that our little company in Oklahoma City has been voted the best place to work for in the small business category by our local newspaper, The Oklahoman. It is voted on by the employees that work here and the employees that work at other companies. In the state of Oklahoma, we're number one, second year in a row. My number one thought on my mind is how can people that come in contact with our company benefit in a positive way? And that means our employees, that means our customers we buy phones from, we buy used cell phones, and companies that we sell used phones to. How can we benefit our local community? Every day before I come into my office, I pick up 5 pieces of trash. With exception, some days I miss. Yesterday I only picked up 4 because that's all there was in the parking lot were 4 pieces of trash that I saw. So I want to make a positive difference in our company. I just got off the phone with a gentleman that wanted to work here. And I really wanted him to be able to work here also. But we need to hire high performers. We need to hire people that really understand our purpose. Our purpose as a company, we wrote it down on a piece of paper, and this started in 1990. This statement talks about what kind of atmosphere we have in our company. It talks about our mission statement. It talks about our values, and it talks about our goals. And our company vision is to build great lives. By donating books in jails and prisons, as you see, we're at 1,800,552 books, brand new books, that we've donated to jails and prisons in the last few years. And we've received thousands of letters from people that have received the books. The more I give, the more I live. The more I give my efforts. On Friday last week, it was a holiday. We were closed. And I took signs out into the community with a coworker, and we put up over 150 signs saying that we wanted to hire people. And we had a starting salary of $18.75 per hour. But we hire people and we pay people up to $50 an hour. That's over $100,000 a year. Plus the other benefits, it works out to be about $119,000 a year. How can we do that? It's important for me as the CEO of the company to develop a system where our customers are satisfied, or as some people would say, raving fans, and where our employees are satisfied or raving fans. And how do we do that? We work at it. We work at it in every possible way we can. What can we do to help people to be more successful? And one of the ways I promote that is through reading and exercise and dreaming. R.E.D. R, reading. E, exercise. D, dreaming. Are we dreaming enough? Now, a friend of mine started a YouTube channel about 8 years ago, and it's called Your World Within. And it caught my attention from the very beginning because it was so artistic and it was full of great information. He did a video called Running in the Rain.
So you look outside, right? And the first thing you see through the window is that the running conditions are terrible. They're far from ideal.
And if you get a chance, you should watch that video. And he worked on this for 8 years. He's been working on his YouTube channel. He's put full attention into it. He hadn't had another job. He hadn't been part-time. He's been all in. And normally he would get views of, say, 2,000 to 6,000 views. But he had good content. But over the years, his contents got better because he struggled. It wasn't just one day he got a camera and he started it up and he became successful. But Eddie has worked very hard, very diligently for 8 years. And now he is experiencing the law of compounding. He's headed towards 300,000 subscribers. And the cool thing about his subscribers is they actually watch the videos and they comment on the videos. And the majority of those 300,000 people are people that want to go somewhere in life, that want to be successful. We like being entertained, but we got to have great information. I am a founder of a business that makes a profit. I'm a founder of a business that we care about our employees, we care about our customers, we care about people. All people. I'm proud of the things that I've done with my life. I used to not be. I used to wake up at 2:30 in the afternoon full of shame and guilt and just really a self-hatred. When I was 25 to 26 years old, my life absolutely sucked, and I contemplated suicide almost a full week out of every month. And the other time I just was in denial about how my life sucked. Then I got around some happy people, some people that had been exactly where I'd been. And I started attending their meetings. And I started learning from them how to have a life of purpose and have a life of meaning. And now that I'm 64 years old, I've attended over 17,000 hours of meetings with those people. And they've helped me to shape a new philosophy of life, helped me to shape a new me. I am in the best physical condition I've ever been in. As many of you know, I'm a runner. And in March, I'm going to go run from Key Largo to Key West, 100 miles. And I'd like to invite you to come run with me. All you need to do is give me a call down below in the comments. Give me a call. Tell me you're interested in running, or send me an email. I don't know if my email's down there, but it should be. Might not be because of spam, you know. Right now I get about 400 emails a day, and about 2 of those are not spam. So my phone number's down there, so call me. I'd be happy to talk with you. If you have a question about business, or if you have a question of anything that you think from the videos that I've posted I could help you with on a one-on-one, give me a call. I love talking to entrepreneurs. I love talking to people that really want to have success in their life. Once again, success is achieving worthwhile goals. People that want to do something to make the world a better place is one of my big things. How can we make the world a better place? If you got a difficult situation, you got a difficult decision to make, get counsel from wise people around you. Ask them how they would handle it. Which also brings me another thing. Do you have a hero, or do you have heroes in your life? People that have qualities that you would like to have in your life? It's okay to have a hero. It's okay to have someone in your life that you really respect, that you look up to, that you'd like to be like. One of the best heroes ever on the face of the earth was Jesus. And he left a book called the Bible. And in it you can learn what he thought, what he shared about, how he lived his life. He's a hero of mine, obviously, but he's not a hero I can sit down with in a room and have a discussion back and forth. You know, those are the kind of people. I got a friend of mine that's a hero in my life. He started a business on credit cards. And he's been very, very focused on his life and his business. And he's turned that business into a multi-billion-dollar business. A multi-billion-dollar business. And when his company went public, he shared with his friends and family that they could buy stock in his business before it went public. And even if you didn't buy stock before, if you bought stock in his business after it went public, you would have a substantial increase in that stock value. The American dream is alive and it's real. And it's not about what politicians do. It's about what we do to give that's going to make a difference. It's about our actions. It's not about the stuff we can't control. It's about what can we control. What time did you get up today? Did you get up and were you excited to be up, and were you going to do something positive? You know, for me this morning, it was Wednesday. So I went to jail in our city. I went to jail and I passed out books to people that are in jail, hoping to inspire them and to give them hope and motivate them to take action. There was a guy in the holding cell and he was getting ready to go to court, and he was screaming at the top of his lungs, he's going to kill somebody. He's going to kill somebody. And he is on the way to court. And my thought was, that guy must be in tremendous pain. To be that angry to want to take somebody else's life, instead of looking at his life and looking at what he needs to do to make the change. And he had the whole floor, he had the whole, that holding cell on, they were uneasy. I mean, it was frightful the way he was screaming with such vigilance that he wanted to kill somebody. What about wanting to help somebody with that much energy, that much energy, really. I mean, I started saying enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is God within. That's what enthusiasm means. Having energy of God within to do good stuff. I want to create stuff. I don't want to compete. Competing limits me. Creating makes the world a better place for everybody. Thank you for watching. Please share this video. Please, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Invite a couple of your friends to watch these videos. There are over 150 videos on my channel. Started about 4 years ago, and hopefully I've gotten better over the time. Obviously, the videographer's gotten a lot better. He's knocking it out of the park with some of the videos he brings in, the music and so forth. He's doing an awesome job. His name is John. And he doesn't work but about 40 hours with me, so he's got opportunities to do more local stuff. If somebody needs a really great videographer, John's the man. Just give me a call and I'll put you in touch with John. Thank you very much for watching the video.